guys, this is Moni Castaneda, creator of the 9 Steps to Feng Shui system. What I do for a living is that I help people turn their current homes into their dream homes so they can start living their dream lives and realize the full potential, so that they can live a life they love in a home they are proud to show. Today I'm sharing with you another wonderful story about manifesting with a wealth poster. If you haven't watched my previous videos, I'm going to redefine this for you. The wealth poster is not a vision board. The wealth poster is a collage that you make in order to ask for the material things that you need and want, and it works wonderfully. Now, one of the things that is very important for people to understand is that life is not about just getting everything you want, because I see a lot of people that are using the law of attraction or other manifesting tools, that got into the movie The Secret and things like that. And they are not focusing on the important things in life. They're just living from this entitled position in life where they're saying, well, I'm a child of the universe, I'm going to manifest anything and everything I want because I deserve it. And life is not about that. Life is about creating blessings for yourself and others, for the people you love, but even for strangers as you go through life. It is super, super important. And so I am, as I'm talking, I'm trying to make sure that I share my video to my groups, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with the technology right now. So I'm going to let that go for now and focus on you. And so what's going on is that it is okay to ask for material things. That is perfectly okay. That's perfectly fine. You're not going to be punished for asking for material things. But to just ask for material things is to give heaven very little credibility, like doubting the power of heaven. And so I want to tell you this story about how we manifested a bike for my son, who's going to be 13 in just a couple of days, by using the wealth poster and all the blessings that came with it. And so he had told us that he wanted a mountain bike for his birthday, and he needed a new bike anyway because he's grown so much in the last year. His old bike is just too small for him. He can't even get on it anymore. His knees touch the handle. And so we had him choose the bike he wanted, and we put that on our wealth poster. And the bike he wanted was quite expensive. And so it was an amount that we could manage, that we could handle. And but I told my son, let's put the bike on the wealth poster and let's wait for a week and see what happens, and let's explore options. Let's go to several different stores. Let's look at online stores, and let's also see, if maybe when we're on the road, maybe we see a yard sale, or maybe we see a flea market or something. Let's stay open to all possibilities, and let's check Craigslist. And so we had checked Craigslist about a week ago. We put the bike on there about 2 weeks ago, and about a week ago I checked Craigslist, and we saw there were some possibilities for really nice bikes there. But I still thought, I'm going to give the universe more time to work on this. And so over the weekend, I decided to go on Craigslist again because his birthday is this Thursday. And so I went and looked at bikes. And by then, from the time that we put the bike on the wealth poster and the time we started looking again for a bike, he was more definite about what he wanted, the kind of mountain bike he wanted, the kind of tires, and the kind of suspension he wanted. And so when we started looking for the type of bike he really wanted, there was actually one very close to us in mint condition, and it was being sold for 1/4 of the price. And so I called. I got really excited, and I called on the phone, and they told me, oh no, there's somebody coming to pick up the bike at noon. And I thought, bummer, that's terrible. We just missed it. We had called the day before, we would have gotten the bike. And so the other bike that was available was 2 hours away for us, almost to Nashville. We live in Knoxville. And but I told my son, if that is really the bike you want, we'll go. And so we had lunch. We waited for the other guy, because the other guy said, if they don't come to buy the bike at noon, how they promised, I'll send you a text and let you know that it's still available. And so, but we waited until 1 and past 1, and since he didn't contact us, we got in the car and we started driving to Cookville to get the bike over there. And 20 minutes into our road trip, we get a text from this other guy saying, hey, people didn't show up, you can come and get the bike. But I just had a feeling, that if things happen this way, maybe we were meant to go to Cookville. I had a very strong feeling. So when you use your wealth poster, you have to stay also focused on what you want and at the same time open to possibilities. And so we decided to go ahead and go to Cookville, also because my son said that he liked that bike a little better. So it took us 2 hours together. But we are okay with road trips because we listen to audiobooks in the car with the boys. And so we just had a really good book to listen to. The day was gorgeous. The weather was beautiful. And going, through the plateau between Knoxville to the Nashville way, it was just so beautiful with all the trees changing leaves. It was a beautiful road trip. And then when we got there, we got to meet the woman that was selling the bike, and she's an artist, and she works in ceramic, and so she invited us in her house and showed us her beautiful cottage, her artwork, and also the artwork of all these friends that she has traded work with all over the years. So it was like a beautiful gallery. And we had to wait because the bike had a lock, and they couldn't find the key, so she thought the key might be at a friend's house, so we had to wait for the friend. So we had plenty of time to visit, and we just, the more we visited with her, the more we liked her, and the more we felt the connection. So we spent a wonderful afternoon with this gal. So we became friends on Facebook. We got the bike. My son loved it. It was perfect for him. It was also in almost mint condition as one just little cosmetic thing that is really easy to fix. And so we got this bike for just $100. When the bikes that he liked, the price range was between $300 to $1,500. And so this bike was probably several $100 if we had bought it new, and it was better. This bike we got was better than the bike that he had put on the wealth poster. It was a nicer color, it was better looking, and it had a better suspension. My kid, my youngest son, he's very much into mechanics and fixing things, and so he had researched this very well, and he wanted that kind of suspension that we got. And so then, we got and had a pizza, had a wonderful experience with the people in the pizzerias. It was just a beautiful day. And so then we came home, so another 2 hours of driving, listening to a wonderful audiobook. And it was just a beautiful day. We're just so happy, but especially about making this connection. And I want you to think about this. When you ask for things from heaven, when you're not an entitled brat, quote unquote, and saying, because I'm a child of God, because I'm this, because I'm that, I need to get everything I want. The universe is going to give me everything I want because I saw it in the movie, because I read it in the book, because this channeled information told me so. And when you are asking things from heaven and you're asking for blessings from heaven, things are going to come to you. And what happens with the people that have taken my class on how to do a wealth poster, how to do a feng shui wealth poster, setting this intention to be aligned with heaven and to work with the Tao, right? And so when you do things this way, there's multiple blessings that come with the things you get. Now, not just the thing that you ask for, but the connections, the relationships, the extras. And many times, some people get things for free, completely free. And other times, they get them for unbelievable discounts. And so one really cool thing was that along with the bike came the cable and the lock, which that is and we having an extra expense for us if it didn't have it. But it also had attached to the bike, with a magnet, a little flashlight, and it's like an L shape and it folds, and it has a light that shines with headlights, and it has a flashlight, an LED flashlight at one end and a magnet on the other side. And that was like such a nice gift for my son, because the lady said, just take it, it comes with the bike. And my son, he's crazy about flashlights, he's crazy about magnets and anything mechanical. And so it has been like a little extra, a little add-on that comes with the blessing of getting this bike that is so perfect for him. And so do use your wealth poster. If you have already taken my teleclass on how to use the wealth poster, put this in mind. Use the all the tools or the energetic tools that I have recommended. Use the affirmations that I shared with you during the teleclass. And set the intent, do everything the way I taught you to do, because the results that my students and clients get, the results that our family gets, are what they are because of the intent we put into it, because the way we do things is not random, and is not casual. It doesn't just happen. We're intending it for it to be that way. And so if you have not taken my wealth poster class, how to create the perfect feng shui wealth poster, I'm going to have the link below this video so that you can take a look at it. It is very inexpensive. Of course, now it's recorded. When we did the live teleclass, we recorded it, and that is now available for sale. You get the same benefits that everybody who took the class live got, and it's such a small investment. As soon as you manifest the first or two things that you put on that wealth poster, you're going to get your investment back many times over. I mean, it depends on how expensive the things you get are, right? But it's such a small investment. So click on the link, take a look at it, and give yourself the gift of learning how to manifest things in a way that is aligned with your own integrity, with the energies of heaven, with the flow of the Tao, the power that holds our reality. And learn to accept multiple blessings from the universe for every single thing that you ask for. That's my message today that I want to share with you. And let me know what you think. Let me know about your experiences manifesting. If you already signed up for the class, if you've already watched the class, let me know how that's going for you. And if you haven't, give yourself this chance of doing something wonderful for yourself. Bye-bye.